Today at Top 10, we'll look at the top 10 tourist attractions in Kenya. We start with Nairobi National Park. This park is just 15 minutes drive from the city center, with only a fence separating the park's wildlife from the metropolis. Nairobi skyscrapers can be seen from the park. Despite its proximity to the city and the relative small size of the park, Nairobi National Park boasts a large and varied wildlife population. Migrating wild beasts and zebras gather in the park during the dry seasons, and it's one of Kenya's most successful rhinoceros sanctuaries. Malindi provides a very nice introduction to the coastal tourist attractions in Kenya with its extensive coral reefs and beautiful beaches. Some of the activities that can be found in the Malindi Marine National Park are surfing, snorkeling, deep sea fishing, and other sea sports. The Malindi Marine National Park is protected and has fine beaches with clear water and very colorful fish. Malindi is served with a domestic airport and a highway between Mombasa and Lamu. Mount Kenya is the highest mountain in Kenya and second highest in Africa after Kilimanjaro. The mountain offers a beautiful sight. Its series of peaks are crowned with snow and its slopes are covered with forest. The 5,199-meter high summit is a difficult technical climb. Several lower peaks, however, are an easy destination for any fit trekker. Number 7, we have the Samburu National Reserve. This is a very successful national park in northern Kenya. It attracts wildlife because of the Uwaso Nyiro River that runs through it and the mixture of forest and grassland vegetation. All the three big cats, lion, cheetah and leopard, can be found here, as well as elephants, buffaloes and hippos. The Uwaso Nyiro River contains large numbers of Nile crocodile. Number 6, we have the Hell's Gate National Park. This is a tiny park named after a narrow break in the cliffs, once a tributary of prehistoric lake that fed early humans in the Rift Valley. It's unique among Kenya's wildlife parks. One is allowed to walk or cycle without a guide. There is dramatic scenery with deep cliffs, gorges and basalt columns. The national park is home to a wide variety of wildlife, though many are few in number. Examples of the seen wildlife include lions, leopards and cheetahs. Number 5, we have the Lamu Island. Lamu Island is part of Kenya's Lamu's archipelago and has managed to stay unspoiled and untouched by the mass tourism that has hit much of Kenya's coastline. As the oldest living town in Kenya, Lamu has retained all the charm and character built up over centuries. There are no roads on Lamu Island, just alleyways and footpaths, and therefore there are few motorized vehicles on the island. Residents move about on foot or by boat, and donkeys are used to transport goods and materials. Number 4, we have the Tsavo National Park. Tsavo is the largest national park in Kenya and one of the largest in the world. Due to its size, the park was divided into Tsavo West and Tsavo East. The Tsavo West has particular scenery with a rolling volcanic landscape, while Tsavo East has more open savanna than its western sibling. Tsavo National Park is the ideal destination in Kenya for people who seek solitude and privacy, as well as a chance to explore the wilderness. Number 3, we have the Lake Nakuru. This is a very shallow lake in central Kenya. The lake's abundance of algae attracts vast quantities of lesser flamingos, something more than 1 million at once, often called the greatest bird spectacle of Earth. Lake Nakuru is a very shallow lake in central Kenya. The lake's abundance of algae attracts vast quantities of lesser flamingos, something more than 1 million at once. Often called the greatest bird spectacular on Earth, the flamingos are one of Kenya's top attractions. Sadly, in the recent years, the number of flamingos in Lake Nakuru has been decreasing due to environmental degradation and pollution. In number 2, we have the Amboseli National Park. This is a relatively small park located close to the Tanzania border at the foot of Africa's highest mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro. The park is famous for being the best place in Africa to get close to the free-ranging elephants. Other attractions of the Amboseli National Park include opportunities to meet the Masai people and spectacular views of Mount Kilimanjaro. And in number 1, we have the Masai Mara National Reserve, which is one of the top tourist attractions in Kenya and the country's most popular game park. Each year, the Masai Mara National Reserve is visited by thousands of tourists who come here to watch the exceptional population of the Great Migration takes place every year from July to October, when millions of wildebeests and zebras from Serengeti in Tanzania. That's all we had for you on the top 10 tourist attractions in Kenya. See you next time.